Hi everyone, this is Alex at WIP Crochet. Hope everyone is having a lovely week. And a little bit ahead of time, I'm doing a bit of a work in progress Wednesday. It's been a while since I've done one because I did some traveling, so more about that later. But first of all, not a work in progress, a work finished. So I did this in my last work in progress video. This is the one of the t-shawls. I don't remember which one right now. I'll put it in the link below. From excuse me, from Hobbii. It's not in a Hobbii yarn though. This is one of the Hirschner's Halloween yarns. And I talked about that the last video. I really should be more prepared for this. I think this might be Witch's Brew, but we can confirm it. And I just think this is fun. I don't know whether I'll be doing much wearing of it. It's 1 week to Halloween. I don't know how much it'll be seen out the house, but it is warm. This yarn is pretty cheap, but this is actually very wearable. There's a little shrug. I haven't got it pulled down at the back. But I am really happy with how this turned out. I love the little sparkle in it. Maybe I'll get more because it's still on the site. It's also like $5.97 for 200 meters, or 200 grams, sorry, which is ridiculous. This shawl took just over 2 balls of yarn. It's very warm, it's very wearable, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. There is some slight variation to it. So number one is because obviously it's crocheted in one motion, so the colors stripe in slightly different ways. But I also tried using 2 different hooks just for curiosity, because again, I said I'm not going to wear this out of the house. So this side is with my furls hook, which is a little bit of a looser pattern. And then this side is with the clover hook, the Clover Amour hooks. Obviously both the same size, and hopefully, unless I pointed it out, you wouldn't notice the difference. But I definitely crochet a lot tighter with a clover hook. So this is something I am going to be experimenting with. I'm going to leave this on for the rest of the video. So I went back home to England. I didn't get to too many yarn shops, but I did get to one. I didn't go completely crazy. But one of the projects I was working on while I was there, not this one, this is one I finished last summer. And this is the Jawless Big Skulls by Sixel Design. I will link her below. She's a great, if you've ever seen her patterns before from Mosaic Crochet. Actually, this is one. This is one I finished quite a while ago. It's a cushion. Actually, mostly belongs to my daughter. It's like squished flat now because she loves it so much. And this is one of her basic, I think this is mini skulls. Anyway. But this is going to be another cushion. This was actually the first one I did. And then I just, for fun, I did a panel of this. But I actually started the second side while I was in the UK. I've got to peel this out from under my dog. So there we go. I've only got one strip done. But I'm very excited to see more of these. Because, you know, there's not too much time for crocheting. And I love the way that when she puts pillows together, she'll have one side that's like one color and one side that's like the other. So this will match both my bedroom and my living room. What yarns am I using for this? Barocco Vintage, I believe. Don't ask me the exact colors, but Barocco Vintage. So that was what I was working on, and didn't get too much of a chance to crochet. Actually, I take that back. This is the mistake one I started. This is the actual one I'm crocheting. Have I got you on the hook right now? I didn't think I did. Ew, it's all tangled. Anyway. Maybe I didn't cut that off, but anyway, yeah. So sorry, I've got 2 lines of this done. This is the one that matches. This one I actually started last year, and for whatever reason, My tension was completely off. This is way too big. And once I kind of get this working again, I'll either have to butcher this one if I've not got quite enough yarn, but I think I will have, or I'll figure out something to do with it. Who knows, sew it into something. It won't go to waste. But yeah, sorry, that's the, I actually got 2 rows now. I thought I was looking a bit small, but I'm very excited to have a purple side and a white side. And when I was in the UK, my mom actually gave me this, which she picked up in the Liberty sale. So Liberty is a beautiful store in London. They're very famous for their fabrics, very high-end, very expensive. I'm dealing with my dog. And this is a really fabulous project bag. Now, this is probably not a color I would normally have chosen. Honestly, not my favorite, but this project bag is designed so well. I can't find them on their website. My mom actually bought this accidentally thinking it was a makeup bag, which I'm sure you could totally use it for makeup. But this is great for my Mosaic Crochet. It's 2 skeins of yarn. I've actually got my hook in there. But then this front bit has space for, mine's such a mess. I've only got 1 hook and a pair of travel scissors. And these are the travel scissors I actually got with a Crochet Society box, so these ones fold right down, but just for the hassle. I didn't have any trouble going through the airport with these, by the way, just so you know. Can't guarantee for every airport. I flew out of O'Hare and went to London Heathrow. Neither of them snagged these. And yeah, definitely only an inch-long blade. But they live in there. I did have a tape measure on this as well, but my husband stole it for some reason. And then this one actually has the little, I actually don't usually like these because if you've got a project, it's hard to put back in. But this is so nice and small. It's the ideal size for these kind of mosaic, and I can fit everything in there. So this is my new project bag that I got by accident, but thank you, Mom. So that was another project I was working on. And another project I've started is a cardigan. It's called the Mobilus cardigan by MJ Off the Hook Designs. But oh, I'm going to show you. I have a dog. That is Dexter. Dexter is an attack pug. He is a rescue. He's a good boy, really. But he's currently tangled up in my cardigan because it's thundering outside and he wants a cozy spot. So this is the Mobilus cardigan, and you can see that mine is not looking very mauve. This is not a Halloween yarn, although I think it should be. This is one of the big twist yarns by Joann's, first one of their yarns I have bought. And the colour is Community. But I really think it should be called Nevermore because this reminds me very much of the Nevermore Academy kind of school uniform colours, if you haven't seen Wednesday. So it should really be a Halloween cardigan. I am crocheting this using, again, a Clover Armour hook, which is probably currently under my dog because it wasn't the project and isn't currently. And this is a really cool design. It's pretty simple. It's all double, single, and half double crochets for the most part. And the idea is you crochet it all in one giant piece and then you sew around the edges to get the cardigan. So you can kind of see it forming. So this is one sleeve. And then it'll come up onto my shoulder. And then we'll sew these sides together. And this is just a lot of fun. I am kind of loving the pattern it's creating. The one mistake I did make that you can kind of see closely here is I didn't look too closely at the yarn batches. And so the grey and the white and the black seem to match, but the purples do not. But I think that actually adds to it. The Big Twist yarn was on sale. I think it was $2.99 a skein. And then I got 20% off because I pre-ordered it or something using one of the coupons. When I came to do this pattern though, I also decided I wanted it slightly longer, so I might have to buy another couple of skeins of the yarn. So mistake. We'll see. But this is just going to be kind of a fun house, kind of hanging out, a little bit of a cuddle cardigan. And the pattern looks a lot better, I think, in a single fabric. But I just wanted to like a really simple design to start a bigger sort of wearable project with. This is my first kind of really big wearable. So I'm excited, and I do really like the way it's turning out. So those are mostly the projects I've got working. I've got like a few that just sort of are hanging around. I actually did start a slightly more complicated project, but I might wait till next week or next time I finally get a chance to do one of these videos for that one. I'm still looking for my hook because it was in here and now it isn't. I'm going to fully blame the dog. The other thing I want to show you is some of my yarn purchases. And I got some yarn when I was in Whitley Bay in the northeast of England at a shop called Ring-a-Rosie, just a really cute little shop. I'm sure the lady in there thought I was crazy because I was in there for maybe half an hour just like trying to pick out different yarns, some stuff I couldn't get in America or weren't as readily available. So let's see, what did I get? Firstly, so this is one of her dyed yarn, so from the store, but look at that beautiful gray. Has the stellina through it. This is 75 merino wool, 20% nylon, and 5% of that stellina sparkle. There was only one skein of it. I would have probably bought a whole stack of this. It is super soft, and this beautiful gray. She had a lot of nice colorways. This is just the one that really, I just had to have it. And actually this smells amazing. I know people love the smell of wool. I don't know why this is just really nice. And I don't know whether those flecks have got like a little bit of purpley navy to them. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this. We all have these skeins of yarn. I have way too many now, but this is one I really want to do something with. So I've got 400 meters. Any suggestions, I will take them. Love her. And then kind of more standard yarns. So this one I got Style Impressions in Iran. I deliberately wanted to get an Aran weight yarn because there is a few of the Sixel design patterns and she specifically uses Aran weight. And this I actually thought was going to be a beautiful background for her ravens, not ravens, her crows pattern. And what colorway is this? This is Monet. Not Monet, it says Monet, honestly. And how much did I pay for this? I don't know. It's got a nice little swatch of how it knits up. So you can kind of see that it's almost going to be like a sky when those crows are sitting across. And I know obviously crochet looks a little bit different, but definitely this color is so beautiful. So I'll definitely make one side of a pillow. It is machine washable. And it's already falling apart. I'm going to have to get this hanged up. 100% acrylic. 220 meters, 240 yards. Very standard. Then what else? Oh, I just fell in love with this color. I thought it was really vamp-esque. With the grays and the reds. It's actually looking a lot brighter on the screen. So this is West Yorkshire Spinners Colour Lab sock. It's a DK yarn. This was £10.95, so around about $14 mark. You get a free sock pattern if you want it. And this colour is Rock. Again, no idea what I'm going to do with this. It is a little bit of that rougher wool, so I'm not quite sure. 337 meters, so I'll probably go to my old faithful when I'm ready to use this, go to Ravelry and see what I can find. Seeing some like really fun beanies that kind of are two colors, so maybe I'd do a black and then have this as like the contrast, who knows. But disappointing, that's a little rough, but gotta be happy with West Yorkshire. Actually, this smells really good too. Maybe it's just the whole yarn shop smelled good. This is really, oh, that is good. What else? What else? What else? Oh, this stuff. Sorry, I'm going to butcher the pronunciation. This Shuffle yarn. And this is honestly probably just a stupid impulse buy. Just look how cute this is, the way it's kind of balled up. There's navy blues through here, there's pink, there's purple, there's red, there's black. This is a Zuba ball, crazy. I have no idea what this is 100 grams of, I have no idea, probably acrylic. Color is Charisma, I understand that. So this company actually have a type of yarn that I've seen online, and it's called Admiral R. Druck. And there's a colorway called Cleopatra, which is incredibly Halloweeny. And I really wanted some, so when I saw this, that they had this yarn, I just wanted to get a ball, find out more about it. And even this is packaged really nicely. There's like an elastic band, so I could take this off if I wanted. I'm not going to. This ball is just more like an art piece. But anyway, this is just me getting drawn into buying different types of yarn, and a lot of the stuff on it is in German. So at some point I will look this up and figure out what I'm going to do. Might even be a lace. I'm not sure if this is a light fingering lace weight yarn. It is so fine. Oops. Pretty, 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 pretty. Okay, we're going to stop talking about that yarn. And finally, Side-Ad Jewel Spun. And again, this is an Aran weight. I think this is going to be a background again to some of the Mosaic Crochet. We've been having a thunderstorm for a while. I don't know if the microphone picked that up, but my God, that was loud. So this color is Northern Lights. And you've got 200 grams here, so it's quite a lot. This was actually two sides of a pillow. So she does a pattern, sorry, we're back to Sixel designs. Like, I really love her Mosaic Crochet and definitely want to do more. So she actually has some like crystal patterns that I think this will look good at. Again, so this would also be a beautiful background, although I don't know exactly which pattern I want to do with it. And I think I was just obsessed with this jewel spun yarn. I don't know how readily available this is in the US, but it's not one I've seen on a lot of sites. It's incredibly soft. This is made in West Yorkshire, so maybe not that available. So it's 500 meters, 546 yards, and 100% acrylic. But I think this could actually pass as wool. It seems to be a really good acrylic. It's super soft. And just has so many colors going through it. It really is very jewel toned. And see kind of how they apply those colors through each other. It's going to create a lot of depth. I love that purple. All those purples and pinks. So gorgeous together. So there, that's a little bit of a UK yarn haul. Everything I've been working on. Tips, tricks, comments. Which crochet hook's your favorite? Are you more of a furls person or the clover armor? As I said, I'm starting to think that I like the armor for non-wearables and furls for wearables because it's giving me a little bit of a looser texture. But we're all living, learning. So we'll see how I'm feeling about it in the videos in a few months' time. So thank you for following along with me, following along this journey. Any comments, telling what you're working on, all that stuff, how you like any of the yarns I've shown. Love to hear from you. Have a great week and happy Halloween.